Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Krista and you're at the Radical Angel Esoterica. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to be doing your general and love forecast for the month of April 2019. So this is the general and love reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So I'm going to be doing a comprehensive yet simple 7-card spread today. As always, I'll be drawing cards from the Oracle decks for clarity and additional information. If these don't resonate with you, do check out your other rising, moon, or sun signs if you're cross-watching. You could have a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn young person in your environment. Aries, someone maybe bringing you a message. Could be someone with a great deal of stability. Could be something having to do with justice. And it just turned over again, so that's a very important message for my Aries out there. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, April 2019. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, April 2019. I want to say happy birthday to all the Aries watching, by the way. If you're Aries Sun, we are currently in Aries season. Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising for April 2019. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles coming up. So, I mean, this could very well be you. It doesn't necessarily have to be information coming to you. 9 of Pentacles is a very nice independently wealthy card, and then you are more than likely dealing with a Leo here, if not other fire signs, Sagittarius or another Aries, someone who's spiritually advanced or has enormous leadership skills. Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, April 2019. And perhaps a big upset, something that you weren't expecting, Aries. I'm going to stop reading all the flippies. I'm really hoping that these show up in your reading. But for the sake of time, let's get strictly into the cards that we draw after I cut the deck here. I'm just waiting for that little sign that I get to lay the cards down. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, April 2019. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, 2019, April. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, 2019. Yeah, we have a lot of flippy dippies here. I do encourage you to look at your moon and rising signs if you're cross-watching. It looks like there are at least 2 other people playing a big role in your environment in the month of April. Fire and earth signs. There's that 9 again. There's a strength, and there could be an Aquarius. Looks like a lot of activity for you in the month of April, Aries. Here we go. Make sure you can see these okay. I will look at the bottom of the deck just because as a reader, I really enjoy this symbol. I find the bottom of the deck very, very helpful, even though it doesn't necessarily call for it, for distinctive and specifics within a particular reading. I just find it very helpful with regard to general energy for the month for you. We look at the 4 of Pentacles here. So I do want to make mention that we had a couple of Pentacles jump out while I was shuffling for you, as well as, wow, we're at 5 minutes. Holy smokes. As well as something a little bit uncomfortable here, maybe a feeling of a loss. So clinging to something could be a major theme here. You could be asked to perhaps move away from something, get a different perspective on something here. But there's a great deal of clinging no matter what, a new opportunity to reach out, to branch out here. But from what I'm seeing strictly around the 4, the general energy for the month of April could be a sense of clinging or unable to let go. Your past, so 5 of Pentacles, this is rejection, feeling left out, as though you weren't going to make it, probably around the body, the home, finances, anything having to do with money, finances, investments, and the body. You could be recovering from an illness at this time. The present is the 7 of Wands. So again, as a general matter for you, Aries, I'm going to suggest that presently you are involved with protecting something. So something you've grown or manifested here, or something that you really think suits you, that is ideal for you, or that for whatever reason you support. And you're really coming to its defense right here. This is a really defensive energy. You're on solid ground. I think you have a good reason to defend this. However, it's a lot of energy. And like I said, with the 4 of Pentacles, there might be a call here, or there might be, an opportunity here to second guess or to question what you're clinging to, because as we see in the future, we have this wounded soldier energy. We've leapt rather from the 7 right up to the 9. So yeah, the present is you really defending something here. Is it worth defending would be the question for the month for you. And then the future, this could get exhausting. Again, let's look at the opportunity to maybe switch something up, take in new information, contemplate. We did see the Tower jump out as I was shuffling there. So I might suggest here in April could be a nice opportunity for you to examine, ponder, be curious about, maybe even dissect actively what you hold so dear, what you, either other people or yourself, maybe you've caught wind of, the terms like you're clinging to something. Change might feel impossible or be impossible at this time. It might be a nice month for you to examine what that means for you. Here, this represents you. This is Cancerian and Sagittarius energy, particularly Cancer does rule, energetically does rule the Chariot. This is really knowing the light and the dark. This is having an enormous sense of balance. We did have Justice jump out as well. So there could be a sense of balance or justice necessary at this time. The Chariot, as I said, being ruled by Cancer, a water sign, one of the cardinal signs along with you, Aries, is asking for a lot of intuition and compassion at this time. We don't have the Hermit. It's not necessarily saying go within, but you might want to switch up your attitude or energy here regarding contemplation of a theme or concern by looking at it less through opposition, less through maintaining status quo, and more through personal and emotional development here. Other information necessary for you could be rushing messages available to you at this time. And I think if you leave yourself open to that, perhaps welcoming new information, welcoming new data, feelings, concepts, lenses, points of view, this type of thing, this is going to be very helpful for you. I would pay attention to all incoming messages at this time with regard to your concern. Your challenge, we have 2 5s in this reading for you. 5s are always challenging. These are the agents of chaos and change in the minor arcana. Your challenge is, look at this, I was just talking about the emotions. This is feeling as though you are emotionally bereft. This is feeling, the 4 of Cups is more feeling boredom, dissatisfaction. This is feeling that nobody understands you. Perhaps you may not understand yourself. There could be a very critical theme for you in the month of April, Aries, with regard to perhaps even understanding your own emotions here. And then we have the Page of Fire. or wands, as it were, as your outcome. A really nice new opportunity is available for you here, but make small strides towards something positive. Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy here around the page of wands. Pages really talk about perhaps getting more information. This is why I'm saying move very slowly here. These are all action cards. Move slowly, take your time, particularly if you're doing some emotional work. Let us look at your outcome. Why do we have the Page of Wands as the outcome here? Help clarify the Page of Wands as the outcome. What does the Page of Wands mean here as the outcome? Could be just talking to different people, making small strides toward perhaps people who are a little bit different from you. I know it's one's energy, but it's youthful energy, maybe someone younger. You could be getting some good information, believe it or not, from someone younger than you. Or it could be a new beginning. It could be a really nice fresh start, or pick up on something that you began, something emotional or compassionate, or something having to do with your emotional world. Maybe you put that down and it's the right time to pick that back up. So what's the Page of Wands here as the outcome? The Page of Wands is the outcome. Yeah. Surrender or sacrifice is necessary. I actually did not expect to see. I don't know what I expect to see sometimes. I guess very specific things when I really think about it. I didn't expect to see a major arcana, I'll put it that way. We clarified this message bringer with some more rushing messages here. With a situation for you in the month of April, Aries, you're being asked to surrender or to sacrifice something here. And it could be something as simple and as obvious as the status quo, because look at what you're in the process of right now. Very defensive, and it's exhausting. What are you defending? Why do you believe it? Is it strictly comfortable, or is it comfortable and freeing? Can you have both things? Is there one that's more important to you? Are you willing to take a risk in order to free yourself from something, especially if it feels like a burden? We have transformation here. I mean, we are in Easter season, so there could be a nice, but we don't have any empresses, and we don't have, well, we did have the Tower, I suppose. I mean, the Empress would have been a nice rebirth. Of course, Judgment would have been a nice rebirth. This is the only card really talking about rebirth here. Okay, transformation with the butterfly. Something needs to cocoon and come out the other side, and I suspect very highly it has something to do with your emotional world. The Hanged Man is a very, in fact, well, I suppose all major arcana are very severe in their energies, good or bad, positive or negative, however you want to look at that. But as a qualifier for the page here, I think it would be really paying attention to what's being said to you and what you believe this month. Just want to jump a card from this deck here for additional information. From the other two decks, we'll look strictly at romance and creativity. We're just going to polish off this reading here. Big transformation is necessary for you at this time. If you want to get away from, say, these feelings, these attitudes, feeling stuck, feeling stymied. A more common term for the Four of Pentacles is the miser. So if that language makes any difference to you or makes any sense to you, because this is a general reading as well, this could be someone you're dealing with. This could be everything that you're up against. And if that's how you recognize the reading, use it to your advantage. And it could be you. So you decide that. So yeah, new beginnings. A huge transformation is necessary and very probable for you here. I would accept it and welcome it before waiting for it to sort of just show up and waiting for someone on the outside maybe to come and solve problems, for example. I think you're really being invited to ask what you're in the middle of defending or busy defending, being exhausted, being defended here. And then ideas and inspiration. I really do believe very strongly this does have to do with an ideology, thought process, belief system. Again, something with regard to your emotional world or the capacity to feel, the capacity to understand, okay? And not just textbook understand. I mean very specifically, you know, feelings, behavior. If it's really deep for you, Aries, this could be having to do with trauma, specific mental health issues, that type of thing. And it could just strictly be about, you know, wellness, bodily wellness here, because it looks like you are recovering from something. If it wasn't financial or investment related. Here we have chop wood. We're being asked to get down to the nitty gritty. We really need to let go of what isn't working for us. Now, I did mention that these are coming out of the decks for romance and creativity. If you are romanced and partnered, consider that romance. If you're not or not interested in that, or that is not on your plate for the month, as a concern, you can look at it in terms of creativity. Get rid of what doesn't work for you. It's a really nice time to get rid of the drama, the excess, the weight. Yeah, pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to the red flags. Even if it's not another person or another group of people or a company, etc., even if it's just about your feelings or your attitudes when met with something that you're in the middle of defending here. I really hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me, Aries. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.